Hey everyone, hopefully you're having a good day. My name's Andy. My channel's Finding Value. Today we're going to do our daily technical analysis, updated commodities, work our way through the dollar, yields, precious metals, and commodities ETFs that I follow. I'll interject my financial opinions as we go through it together. And if you need help with anything, check out finding-value.com. That's where I dive deeper into all these topics, subjects, sectors, looking for investment opportunities, and sharing those opportunities with everyone in the community. So let's dive in. Let's take a look, see what's going on today, starting with the DXY. And again, I still think this looks strong. We've got a couple of falling wedges here. There's one falling wedge coming all the way down. We've got another falling wedge coming through here. And that still looks good to go higher because falling wedges that squeeze up like this and are angled downward are bullish. So I still expect uh, dollar strength to happen here in the short term until we see something otherwise. We've got the 2-year yield. Well, I've got the yields falling today. Now, is this a new trend? We'll have to wait and see on that. We just had a down day. We'll see. We're up against a little bit of resistance through there. So again, I don't know if that's a trend reversal yet. We'd have to watch, but still looks okay. Chopping sideways in this box here before making a decision if it's going to be up or down. The 10-year yield, we are down 0.67% today. But again, when I look at this and I take a bigger, longer term view of this all looks bullish to me. I mean, this here is a squeezing pattern there that we entered up into it. So to me, that looks like we are consolidating before another move higher in yields on the 10-year. And then the 30-year, we were down today 0.6%. That's today right there. But we are sitting on top of a support structure, which makes me think that we still have a chance to work our way on up. I don't see any big reversal candlesticks. I don't see anything that is going to turn this around immediately. In fact, this is a pretty bullish day there. So we came up, we did a back test in a falling pattern and broke upward. So again, I'm in the camp that we're going up, not down. TLT bond prices are up today as yields fall. It doesn't look bearish, but it looks a little bit bullish where maybe we can try to work our way on up. It's possible. We're up against support. So the support's down there. That guy down there is support. We've got a longer term momentum downward move that's weighing over our heads here. So we'll see what happens. Maybe we can work our way up to the top here, and then we'll have to see, what direction are we going to go if we even get up there. So right now, yields look strong. Bond prices look weak still, but we had a stronger day today. The U.S. 2-year, 10-year. This is really difficult. It really is. So in a recession, you generally see these things drop pretty quick. There, and there. And usually you get a little bit of momentum before that occurs. So when that starts to drop and free fall like a rock, that's when you worry. That's 2000, early 2001, then the later 9/11 event. This here is 2007 before the 2008 crash. So I'm looking and I'm watching for this weakness in the 2 and 10, but we don't have it, at least not yet. We've been creeping, and it's like, okay, are we going to drop here or are we going to move back up? That I do not know. So we're watching it. We've been consolidating here for a good while from April of 25 onward. We're starting to get a little bit of strength here where it looks like it wants to turn up and reinvert the curve. But with the choppiness we've got, I can't tell you if this is a legit signal. Are we going to come back down? Is this jobs report number, it was that one or this one, I can't remember, whichever one it is, where they revised the job numbers, is that going to continue? Do we really know the job numbers? Because interest rates and unemployment are tied together. They're very highly linked. And then I'm questioning the validity of the unemployment data? How valid is it? How accurate is it? So I'm kind of just sitting and waiting. You can see that we were starting to break out here, and then all of a sudden the job numbers were revised lower, almost like it was done on purpose. And maybe it was. So we'll see. We'll see what happens here. And that might be a way to try to effectively control interest rates to some degree. TYX GNX ratio is up a little bit. So that's, a little bit higher dollar today, DXY, a little bit lower yields. That has a little bit of a tinge of safety in it when you get a stronger dollar and weaker yields. So people are going into bonds and dollar. This is still looking good. Now, gold didn't go anywhere. It went down 17.6 dollars an ounce. We've got resistance overhead. You've got support underneath. We're coming back to the support region soon. So we'll see if that holds. We've got silver down 2%. Now, some people are like, well, it's silver. I thought we were going to moon. Patience, guys, patience. Here we are. We've been working our way on up. We got some wicks at the top, encountering some resistance. That's what the wicks are. The wicks are the resistance. So these little red days. So we're trying, but we haven't successfully punched through and started to really run yet. We've been consolidating sideways. Platinum's down 1.77. I still think this looks a little bit on the weekend here, where we came down and maybe we could pull back here, 1,200-ish bucks or something like that, is a possibility. We've got palladium down 1.33, and again, we're pulling on back. We have this nice little falling wedge here. It looked like it was going to try to work its way on up, but we've got a couple of weak days that just showed up recently. We are getting close to a pretty heavy support region, so I do expect this to find some support somewhere in here, and probably put in some sort of like double bottom or whatever it wants to put in. XAU to gold ratio, we did pull back today, so we saw the mining companies sell off a little bit more than gold itself. We're still at ridiculously low levels. Nothing's changed from the big picture view on this. Just getting a little short-term selling pressure. So GDX is down 2.6%. Is this a reversal candlestick? No. We consolidated a little bit here, and we got a little bit more of a selling pressure day today. We'll see what the follow-through looks like. And if we get back to support, sometimes you get a breakout and then a retest before going higher. GDXJ is also down, but still above support. And then SILJ is down and right at support. So we do have a gap here, and that gap could fill. I will put that a little bit stronger candles or line there. But we even could come all the way back to 1588. It's a possibility. But again, I'm looking for a move higher and a break out of this big pattern with time. So things are all still aligned okay at this current moment. Crude oil down 1.2%. We were at support here just recently. We're kind of still hanging out here. We'll see if we get any buying pressure or not. There are little wicks at the bottom here, so there is some buying pressure. We'll see if it can hold it or not, or if we get a little bit of a move lower here. TTF gas down 0.65%. We've been chopping sideways today and yesterday. Is this going to be a double bottom? Kind of looks like it. So I'm going to keep my mind open for a potential double bottom here. Natural gas in America down 4%. Are we going to end this move going lower? A lot of the times you'll get a move that's roughly the size of this. Oops, I didn't grab it. Something like that could occur. And that's back, 2.4 or so for a potential move lower. That is possible this fall with inventory levels where they're at. Lots of demand coming out in the future. So I'm not too worried on the longer term. Our boy XOP, yeah, you know me, down 0.45%. It's holding quite well with nat gas being down 4% and crude oil being down 1.28. It's almost like they know it's going to go lower, the commodity prices, but they don't want to lose their position. But if we keep grinding lower in crude oil and nat gas, we could lose this to the downside if it keeps grinding on lower. OIH down 0.66%. It's pretty well contained at the moment. But if we continue to grind lower, 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 it's going to weigh on it, and we could get some follow through to the downside, possibly. Newcastle coal futures up 1.14%. It still looks fine to me. It's just been chopping, doing a lot of chopping sideways. We're still above support, the base, the breakout, and then we're above that support down here. So, and we're above this support too. It still looks fine to me. We've got Sprott Physical Uranium Trust getting some stronger selling pressure today, down 2.44. We haven't broken anything here yet. We're still, the only thing we've broken is to the upside. Breakout, so breakout's there, retest is there. Everything looks okay. We're just chopping all over the place over here. Some big up days, some big down days. It's all over the place. Uranium futures pricing up slightly. That looks good. It looks like it wants to try to work its way on up. That's holding together quite well. The equities sold off today. We saw stronger selling pressure in URA, 5.7%. If we back out and we take a look, we're still good. We have major support at 32.75. So we could fall back and still be all right. URNM also down 6.36%. Getting some selling pressure, getting a little nasty here. But we are above support. So are we going to get down here and do a retest at like 40? That's possible. But I'm going to remain bullish if we stay above this trend line here and keep moving. Now, some people are going to say shoulder, head, shoulder. That is a possibility. And that would throw us back down here to that support trend line. URNJ down 8%, getting some stronger selling pressure today. There's a trend line going across there. Yeah, we could easily maybe do a retest down here as a possibility. I'm not in the camp that has to happen, but we did get some strong selling pressure today, unfortunately. Nickel down 0.66%. We're still above a lot of the support region. We'll see if we can work our way on up. I'm still being bullish on it as we broke into the upside of these trend lines here and above support. Copper's down 0.91%. Getting some selling pressure. Could we see follow through? It's possible. Let's watch it. Watch it together here and see what happens. COPX down 1% as well. I did remove some of these lines for a different discussion I was having. So we got some resistance. I'm going to put where's a rectangle? Put a rectangle up here because I can. There's a little bit of resistance through here. You can see some wicks coming up, some selling pressure, wicks at the top, some selling pressure. There's also, conversely, a lot of buying pressure down here. So we're getting squeezed between the sellers, which are these guys up here, and then the buyers keep pushing it up here into that selling pressure. So eventually, I think we will break out and punch through that resistance that we've got going on there. Lithium down 1.86%. A lot of selling pressure going on. We're underneath resistance here. So a little bit of selling pressure going on right underneath resistance. We've got REMX down 2.5%. Again, we're above support on this one. This has been cooking though. It's been cooking. Look at this move here. Big move. Came off the bottom in the 30s. Now we're basically almost double. We could see this cool off a little bit and consolidate sideways before moving higher. It's a possibility. Iron ore down slightly. So we're getting a little bit of selling pressure here today. Basically, we're getting selling pressure everywhere. It's not just here, but we're still above support. This could be a breakout, retest, and then we go higher with time. So it still looks good to me on the long term. Aluminum down 0.88%. And again, we are still underneath that 2650 level. Have not broken out yet. We're still consolidating. Baltic Dry Index down a little bit. We've broken out of everything on this guy. I'm still bullish to go higher. Short term, yeah, short term we could chop sideways if we need to before we keep going higher. Emerging markets down 0.8%. The momentum is to the upside, but we do have some selling pressure that showed up today. We had a little bit stronger dollar, and sometimes that weighs on emerging markets, but the overall trend is higher until that changes. MU up 0.34%. I think it still looks fantastic. There's a lot of these. I haven't really changed. I'm not going to change my mind until I mean, we have to see. I don't know what can change my mind in a lot of these. This is a base. This is a breakout. This is a retest. I mean, we would have to have a big selling pressure move for me to be like, whoa, okay, we're gonna get a recession here. And that recession could look something like this. I think it would only be temporary. So it'd be like bam, 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 and then we reverse and go higher. Like that could happen. And what that would do is it would spark a stimulus of some sort, or lowering of interest rates, or something, whatever it is. So I'm going to remain bullish here because this whole setup, the whole damn thing, is bullish, and that's your big cycle. It's been bullish since '09 even. Yeah, we consolidated sideways quite a bit, but I think this is the game changer here, is when we start to accelerate. So this is kind of like the consolidation base, and this is your breakout, and this is like about to get started. And that's what I'm seeing on all the charts. KRE, we are down a little bit today, holding quite steady though. This is a bullish formation to go higher. XHB, another bullish formation to go higher here. We've done the double bottom. Now it looks a little bit more bearish on the longer term with this hitting resistance, and we pulled on back. But we've got some follow through here. This isn't been a weak bounce. This is pretty strong here. So I'm in the camp that we could go higher here. It looks good, and that this is a continuation pattern or consolidation. Russell's down a little bit. Still looks okay. Not a ton of selling pressure. If we get follow through, like a big red here, then I'd be a little bit more worried. But we're doing okay. We'll see what happens. The S&P 500, a little bit of selling pressure today. And again, I really got to see this drop here, guys, for me to get bearish. So I'm just going to hold my judgment. I'm kind of neutral here. This could be a bearish setup where you punch lower, you struggle to get all the way up, and if we punch lower again, then it's like, okay, now I see that there's selling pressure up here. The Nasdaq's down 1.5%, and again, this could be a breakout retest where we head lower. Now, I'm not over here. I'm not chasing, fairy tales and narratives. I'm not chasing AI. I'm away from this because the valuation is jacked. It's jacked to the tits, right? Here we are. We're lower today, and we're up against resistance. So if there's follow through here, then yeah, it could get pretty ugly for sure. Now, Dow Jones Transportation, we're up 1.45% today. Talk about data that is, conflicting with each other here. I take some of this stuff out of here. But yeah, I mean, that's what we've got. And it's a bullish formation there to break higher with the upward arrow is. XLI also up a little bit. It's still holding on for what it's got. And then we've got Bitcoin down 2.8%. That's getting a little gnarly. You can see that the reversal candlestick, which is this one here, we haven't had much follow through. It's been downward selling pressure. That's what made me remove my upward arrow. Was this turning point on the day of 14th of August. We've been heading a little bit lower there. Ethereum also 14th of August. We're getting some selling pressure here. MicroStrategy down 7.4%. That's not looking as good. Is this a Batman pattern? It could be there a Batman. Could be the Batman. Batman's a topping pattern. We don't like Batmans. It does look like it could be a topping pattern. And we are getting some strong selling pressure here. So if that continues, we continue to get selling pressure, things could look quite a bit different. Let's throw some 24-hour volume. And the volume's, it's not huge on that. So it's not a huge volume candlestick. A little bit bigger volumes back here on that big selling pressure candlestick. Watch the volume and the selling pressure to see if that could be a potential top. The VIX is starting to heat up a little bit. Remember the VIX that we talked about? Let me delete some of this out here. The VIX broke out of this downtrend here. This guy here, that downtrend, we broke out. We came back, did a retest. Now, could we head higher here? We could. We could. And that's what I'm watching. I'm watching to see if we get some weakness here in the short term. And that's where I'm going to end it, guys. So that's all I've got for today. Give me a thumb up for the content. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the website. If you'd like, specials to the coupon code that we've got. And that's all I've got for today. So we'll catch you next time. This is Finding Value.